guys, I'm Ed Clark, and what you just heard is the solo from a song called Secrets, taken from my band Brave Rivals' first album. Now, the solo was always very improvised, that's how it got written, but if you listen to the original version from the studio, it was very different, very simplistic, and to be honest, looking back, I think I could have done more. But it was 2 years ago, I've grown as a player, so it's hardly surprising that an improvised solo has developed over that time. It now has reached a point where I pretty much play it the same every time, just because all the sections that I improvised kind of became written, I guess, because they just felt right, and now the whole solo doesn't really change a whole lot night to night. But like I said, the original was quite different, and it got me thinking that seeing as the same player 2 years apart plays this solo so differently, what would it be like if a different player were to have played this solo? So I contacted a few of my guitar playing friends to see what would happen if they were the one to have played the solo. I've got all the solos here in front of me, so in no particular order, I'm going to go through them and see what I think of them. Nice. So there are some really cool bits in there. There was one run in the beginning that you probably saw my face react to, because that was really nice. But what I was really drawn to actually was at the end of that solo, there's this like staccato little repeating phrase he does, which kind of sounded Derek Trucks-esque, which is particularly interesting because obviously Ollie's not using a slide here, but he kind of got that tone that I've never been able to put my finger on what it actually is, and I've heard a few guitarists do it without a slide, but you usually hear it when using a slide. People like Derek Trucks, and I literally don't know what the words are, but it's that little repeating phrase that Ollie did there really reminds me of it. I've gigged with Ollie in the past, and he definitely has a lot of jazz influences, and I don't know if maybe that little double stop run coming up was kind of indicative of that, but yeah, very bluesy, very felt, very cool. Okay, next up, Mr. Sam Davies. Let's have a look what you've got for me. Okay, that ending was cheeky. That was really cheeky. I like that. You think he's done, then the whoop, last note. Something about Sam's playing. I don't know how he does it. It's so effortless, and he almost has this like lazy approach to it. Like he's not really thinking about it. It's just happening. And like just the use of the whammy bar. It's so casual, and it just comes out so effortless. It's just, he has such a cool feel, Sam. Yeah, oh man, there was some licks in that. Like, there was one at the end, like not quite at the end, sort of in the last couple of bars, I want to say, that I don't think's possible, but evidently it is. Like, his hand was going up the fretboard on one string while also simultaneously going down on another string. Like, what? I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can learn that lick, because that was something that I did not expect. Okay, Mr. Marco Cinelli, good friend of mine and of Brave Rivals, of course. We've done many gigs with them, and they are lovely guys. So let's see what he's got for me. I'm going to predict something bluesy. 3 years. Kind of as expected, really bluesy. I quite like that he he kept it quite contained within sort of one or two positions of the pentatonic, which is quite a brave thing to do, because obviously by doing that you've limited yourself, so he has less notes to choose from, but it doesn't take away from the solo, which is really quite impressive. Again, he's got that Derek Trucks tone. It's the second one now. I mean, he is playing an SG, so maybe that's something to do with it, but there's something about the tone. Maybe it's because he's playing with his fingers, not with a pick. I don't know. But yeah, there's something really nice and unattainable about that tone, and I've never been able to get it. I have to keep working. I also love the Sultans of Swing-esque Mark Knopfler little repeating phrase in the middle there. Nice work, Marco. Nice work. Next up, we have Reese. So those of you who don't know Reese, he's a young guy. I think he's 15 or 16. Sorry if I got that wrong, Reese. But he's a young guy, and he plays like that. Like, if you play like that at that age, what's he gonna be like in 10 years' time? Like, he's just such a talented guy. Anyway, there's something unapologetic about his playing. He's going, this is what I'm going for, and it sounds incredible. And yes, it does sound incredible. Like, in that middle section, his arm is moving miles. He's just absolutely going for it. Obviously, heavily Stevie Ray influence, which is coming through, and that is always a good thing to say. You can't go wrong with a bit of Stevie Ray. But yeah, there's just no... He's not tentative. He's straight in with, check this out, and like that vibrato at the end was just... really wide vibrato that just sounds so in control, and you can just tell this guy lives and breathes guitar. Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, Jay, let's see what you have for me.
3 years, 3 years, 3 years.
Oh, amazing. As you can probably tell from the guitar that Jay has, he's a big Slash fan like myself. This is what we originally bonded over. So I was expecting quite a lot of Slash style shred. And actually, he's gone from a kind of soaring bends thing, the kind of a lot of pinched harmonics, big slow bends, quite a metal approach actually. And there was a couple in there, like the really slow bend at the end, that was just sick. But there was one in the middle there that was like an unusual note choice, and I don't know, perfect pitch. I can't tell you off the top of my head what it was, but just cool to kind of sustain an unusual note or an unexpected note. Maybe not an unusual note, but an unexpected note there. So to sustain it really makes a statement. So yeah, love that. Sam Peplow, what do we have?
3 years, 3 years, 3 years.
Wow. Firstly, side note, Fender Meteora. That's a cool guitar. Very bold shape, but man, they look cool. I don't think I could pull one off, but Sam certainly does. Firstly, I want to say that that's actually probably the most similar one so far to like my approach to a solo. Like he starts very low with the slower parts and then builds it up to obviously the high parts with the repeating phrases. So it's actually quite a similar approach to what I take to doing solos. But also what I want to highlight is kind of similar to Reese, where he absolutely just goes for it. Like there is no apology, there is no tentativeness, it's just wham. And so I don't think Sam will mind me saying when we've chatted about solos, he always says that his approach to soloing is head back, eyes closed, ah! And you could definitely see that with the hair going everywhere. He's just absolutely going for it. And I love it when guitarists do this. I love it when musicians in general do this. When you can just tell they're not thinking, they're just absolutely going for it, and just this is music. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Okay, last but most certainly not least, Mr. Dan Patlansky. Me and Lindsay from Brave Rival are huge fans of Dan's. And we were lucky enough to open for him at Dingwalls in Camden recently, which is where we finally got to meet him. Such a lovely guy, and an incredible player. So I'm very grateful that he agreed to be part of this video. So let's see what he has done.
You're keeping secrets from me.
Whoa, that was a roast of a solo. Wow. Again, obviously, massive Stevie Ray influence, which is always a good thing. What I love about Dan's playing is, again, same as Sam, same as Reese. They're just unrelenting, nothing held back, just absolutely going for it. That last little sort of kind of an arpeggiated run he did across several strings, against my usual note choices. Again, I don't have perfect pitch, so I'd have to really go in depth to work out what he did there. Really unusual, but it kind of, you get to the climax of the solo and it makes your ear go, whoa, what was that? And yeah, really love that. He did a couple of little licks in there that I want to draw attention to. The first one is the classic bend up a tone, bends up another semitone to reach the minor third, and then back, which is something that I absolutely love doing. It's something I've heard in Chris Buck's playing, I've heard in John Mayer's playing. It's just a really cool little trick to do. So that's something that I share with Dan's playing. I really like that approach. But also, he put the Stevie Ray lick in, and if you know Stevie Ray's playing, you'll know what I mean. The da-da-da-da, that one. And I love that he just threw that in the middle, in between what he was doing. Just a cool little nod to the legend Stevie himself. But yeah, killer solo. Loved it. So to be honest, I think any one of these solos, you stick them on Secrets, on the Brave Rival track, and they would have been a killer solo. Obviously, it changes the vibe, and it is amazing how you can give exactly the same backing track to, I think, in this case, 8 guitarists, including myself, and you get 8 totally different vibes. We all heard the same track, and we all came up with something totally different. So, yeah, I love them all. I'd love to hear what you guys think. So please do put any comments below of what your thoughts were on each one of these solos. Music's not a competition, and I don't really want to make it one. This isn't a who did the best job. I'm not interested in that. It's just these different approaches you can take. So yeah, let me know what you think of them. If you want to see more videos like this, then please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Make sure you like this video. A huge thank you to everybody that was involved in this. I'd love to do another video like this. So if you have any ideas of who you want to see in another collab video, stick them below. Maybe drop them a message, see if they want to hit me up. But yeah, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.